Are you
Do you think Gilbert can make that throw to Gallup? Because I don't.
Hold up, Rome, hold up.
I don't think you're streaming, Sid.
I know, I am.
It's just us. We just in a little house meeting.
All right, there we go. Okay, got you on that. All right.
I know, I am.
It's just us. We just in a little house meeting.
It's your boy Sid, and welcome to the Dallas Cowboys for Life channel. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to speak your mind all the time. Now, guys, we're back. We're back, but of course, tonight I got my co-host Jay Superman Tuck in the building with me, and of course, we had to bring him back, Mr. Rome. So before I get started, guys, Jay, let them know where to find you. Let them know all the hot stuff, and Rome right after that, kick in and let the fans know where to find you.
Yeah, man, what's going on, Sid? Yeah, you guys know where to find me at Cowboys Fans Only on YouTube. Also, follow me on Twitter at jtuck151. Then also hit me up on cowboysfansonly.com. Get your CFO merch, man. I appreciate all the support, all the love, man. We've been rocking. We're in the bye week right now, but we got a lot of big things in store, man. So definitely check in, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to Sid's channel, subscribe to Rome's channel, subscribe to all the channels, man, because we keep bringing the hot content that you guys need to hear. And shouts out to all the Eagles fans in the chat, man. I see you. Yeah. I see you, man.
Yeah, man. Rome, let them know, bro.
What's going on, man? It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys Fan Talk. Right back like I never left. You can find me at Cowboys Fan Talk on YouTube. And recently just started a Twitter. So it's Cowboys_Fan Talk on Twitter. And I got a Cowboys Fan Talk IG page as well. If you want to reach out to me, that's going to be the avenue you're going to want to do so. Other than that, man, let's chop it up.
Yeah, man, we have a lot to talk about, guys, because I don't know how you guys felt, and I think we all did a video right after the game. And from what I saw, you know, I went and watched Mr. Rome do his thing. I saw Jay Tuck do his thing. I did my thing. And we were pretty much on the same page. Because watching the game yesterday, I was like, who am I watching? Because I saw everything gel together yesterday. From special
I knew
teams,
it. I told you. I told you on Saturday night.
Yep. From special teams, the defense to our offense, it was crazy.
Our team does what you don't expect them to do every time. So when you assume that we're gonna get blown out, here they come. And we go roll into the Vikings game super confident and get blown off the field. It's Dallas, man.
Right.
Man,
Dallas,
why you gotta bring the negative right now, man?
I'm just I'm delusional because I love my team and I've been a Dallas fan since forever. But I do know our tendencies. You know what I'm saying? I just got to keep it funky. I know I feel like that's why I've been. This is my new motto. I'm preaching culture over tanking. So I don't care about the draft pick. I don't care about the draft picks no more because I would rather play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And show some fight and take what you get rather than tank the whole year. End up like Detroit, bring another top 5 pick in, and you still trash. It's just a good athlete around a bunch of trash because the culture's broken.
Right.
I'm not with that.
Jay, man, what do you got to say, man? Because I hear, you know, and I see a lot of people, and you're right, Rome. I see a lot of people already looking at the draft. I'm not even there yet.
I was there. They brought me back. I'm back in now. I don't want to be back in. I'm back in now.
All right. So, Jay, what do you got to say about yesterday's game, man?
Yeah, man. So, pregame, I was on Draft Island, man. I was sitting back having margaritas, man, playing volleyball, having a good old time on Draft Island, man. Me and a few Jets guys, man. We're kicking it back on Draft Island, man. But here's what I said yesterday in my postgame, and I'll bring this back up, man. I feel like as a Dallas Cowboys fan, you should be excited. But if you're one of these tank guys, you should be nervous. And the reason why I said that, we didn't expect to see the type of fight that we saw yesterday. And also against the Philadelphia Eagles, we really didn't expect that, even though I did.
I agree.
But the team is starting to show some fight. Our defense is starting to get healthy. Offense is starting to have some type of continuity. Now, I think when we'll talk about this soon, the quarterback position, but you're starting to see some momentum. So a lot of people have been saying, Tuck, there's no such thing as a moral victory. There absolutely is, especially when your morality is at an all-time low.
That's a lie. Anyone who's saying that is lying.
Nah. There's moral victories, man.
If you played sports, there are more. Like people say that because it's the hate. It's deep. It's the hate for Dallas is deep. Because 3 weeks ago, when Philly played the Steelers and the Ravens back to back,
right,
and they played them close,
right,
they was preaching the same talk. Right. We played them close. We turned in the corner. As soon as it comes to Dallas, there's no moral victory. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah. There's a such thing as a moral. Because like I said, if you think about it from where we went from after that Washington game to what we've seen today, there was never no momentum. There was never something we could sit back on these shows and say, you know what, our defense did this well, or our offense did. There was nothing. And so having those type of moral victories against the Philadelphia Eagles and also what we saw yesterday against the Steelers, I feel like our team is going to start to build off of that. They're going to start to think, damn, maybe we can play this game of football under Mike Nolan and Mike McCarthy. Maybe we're not as bad as we thought. So I feel like that's where we're starting to get to.
It's the young blood.
Right.
You saw Gallimore yesterday.
Right. We saw Gallimore. Bradley and Nye still a huge question mark we haven't seen yet.
I think they need to sit Armstrong and bring a Nye up. Like I've seen enough from Dorrance Armstrong. He go home.
I agree. I agree. I feel like that. So the reason why I was saying you should be nervous as a Cowboys fan, if you're all Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, and all this going on, it ain't gonna happen, y'all. Because I feel like this Dallas Cowboys team is gonna find a way to get some momentum, and we're gonna beat a few teams. After what I saw yesterday,
Eagles.
You know what I'm saying?
Eagles.
Yeah,
people think we're gonna get like I said. What was it like a week ago? I was like, look. If we're going to tank, fine. If people think we're going to have a losing season, fine. But Dallas never does what you think we're going to do. So
right.
If you think we're going to be, it sounds crooked, but if you think we're going to be bad enough, I said this exact statement. If you think we're bad enough to get Lawrence or Fields, stop lying to yourself.
Right.
If you think we're going to be good enough to probably go on an 8-game run, that's probably a lie to yourself too.
Right.
Dallas is going to do something like right in the middle.
Right.
So our draft pick is going to be between probably 5 and 12.
Yeah.
Right.
It's going to be a great pick.
Right.
But I don't think that we're going to be in the field sweepstakes or nothing like that. I think that we'll be like best case scenario, probably 4, like right below any of them, which is fine with me because I don't want to move off Dak. I don't even want them to have a decision. They won't even have a decision to make.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So they better if they move off Dak for Trey Lance, then I don't know.
Yeah. And I feel like and that will save the Cowboys nation a lot of headache this offseason if we're not in that Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence type of draft pick number. Like that's going to be the story, man. Cowboys take quarterback.
But let me make it clear though. If Trevor Lawrence is on the table, we're not getting Dak back.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not saying that I'm gung ho for that because I still would roll with Dak. But I know Jerry. That's a marketing dream. Trevor Lawrence,
right,
with the long hair,
right.
Jerry would call. Look, Dak, I'm sorry, dog. I gotta let you go. But with the Jets. Look, if the Jets blow out the Patriots tonight, we could come back on tomorrow and have another discussion because maybe we will be in the sweepstakes.
Right.
But until that happens, I'm going to roll with the Jets ain't winning the game. And a couple other we're going to probably win 5 games. Y'all know
right.
that.
Right. Yeah. We're right around that. We're right around 5 to 6 right now. Man.
Yeah.
Exactly. After what I've seen the past 2 weeks, I'm fully confident that we can win. I feel like we can beat Washington. We run that back, especially since Kyle Allen is out. Also, I feel like we can beat the Vikings next Sunday, Eagles, Giants, Cincinnati. So it's starting to show me that momentum, but we all know since we get excited.
That Cincy game dangerous. Joe Burrow, the truth.
It is. But I feel more confident based off of what I've seen before because I was saying we're going to get dog walked by Cincy. But I feel like right now we can at least compete. I feel like right now where the Cowboys are, we can compete with a lot of the NFL teams moving forward.
If the Dallas Cowboys could keep this momentum going.
Right.
This is what I want to add to y'all, like as far as like today, like of course bye weeks sometimes come at the best time. Tyler Biadasz, I think it's Biadasz.
Yeah.
He got a hamstring injury. And I know people was like, damn, 2 to 3 weeks. Well, he got hurt yesterday. 2 weeks from now is our next game.
Right.
You got to count for this week and next week for healing.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So best case scenario, in 2 weeks, he don't miss no time because his injury fell on the bye.
Right.
Worst case scenario, we don't got him for Minnesota. So his injury don't scare me as much.
Right.
I think 2 more weeks of rest, we're going to have Cheeto back.
Right.
Yeah.
I know Trayvon Diggs was nicked up yesterday, but it wasn't a major injury or all of the Dallas news outlets would have been talking about it today. Mm-hmm. Whatever it was a minor tweak because if he was hurt, like seriously hurt, That'd have been leading today's news stories for Dallas. I ain't seen none of the reporters that I follow on Twitter say anything about Trayvon Diggs being seriously injured. So whatever he tweeted yesterday when he was out in the back end of the game, he probably just needs some rest. So we got Cheeto and a 9-game Trayvon Diggs, which is different than the Diggs that played in that Rams game. Like he been trial by fire.
Right.
You know, our secondary is, I'm not here to say it's like they beasts. I'm just saying like they're formidable.
Right.
That Bears defense that they shifted to yesterday. I don't know if you heard the telecast and stuff like that. I got to commend Nolan. I was shocked to see an adjustment to where they're finally were putting our players in the places so they can win.
But wait. The one thing that did scare me is that they kept leaving that safety alone back there.
Yeah, because we're not exactly dealing with Minka Fitzpatrick back there.
Right.
So I get that. Leaving the safety in the back. But I will say this though. Whatever they were doing earlier in the season, if you go back, if you have time, you go back and just look, a lot of it was communication based. Like there was some times where people got burnt. Trayvon Diggs said he got burnt a couple of times because he's been trying to play that Marcus Peters game.
Right.
And that's fine. As a rookie, you're going, damn, I can't do like I did in college. In the league, you'll get beat. But I do like I like to say that it's not that I think the defense is perfectly fixed. I just think that communication-wise, it's like with anything in life. If you ain't buying in, you're not gonna get full value. Mm-hmm. They buying in, you know. And I gotta give like the person like. Remember we were talking and you were like, Tank ain't been showing up. I gotta give it to him, man. I feel like Tank is really like defensive-wise. I really feel like him and having Sean Lee back has been leading the charge. Like I feel like Sean Lee is a coach on the field. It's not about his speed and nothing like that. Obviously, he's a little bit over the hill, but Sean Lee is a person that when he was hurt because of COVID, they wouldn't even let him be on the sideline. I don't know if y'all noticed that.
Right.
Having Sean Lee there, even if he's not in every play, every time they come back off the side, it's a whole lot more communication going on to where Jalen Smith, that's just not him.
Right.
Jalen Smith needs somebody to tell him, hey, dog, this is where you need to be, and this is your assignment. Yeah. It's just that's when he's always thrived. They tried to give him responsibility of like running the defense, and he's been all over the place this season.
Right.
So I think
Sean Lee needs to be
training up LVE because LVE that's his spot. He's gonna be calling the defense, and I think Tank Lawrence has been leading by example because I've been saying that boy make tackles in the damn like secondary.
Right.
For me, I'll agree to disagree about Tank. Okay.
You gotta be saying
that. You have to give DeMarcus Lawrence his credit, man. Yes. He has been the anchor for this defense the past 2 weeks. Like his motor has increased a lot more the past 2 games.
And he was playing through injury.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So hold up, guys. Before we
when
we get more in depth, I just want to jump in the chat because we got a lot of people in the chat tonight. We got Eastside Harold in the building. Huge shout out.
I wouldn't even don't acknowledge Harold.
We got Philly Notion in the building. Moving the Chains. Huge shout out to Moving the Chains. Go check out her blog. She writes great things. Great blogger. We also got Philly Talk Podcast. Huge shout out to him. Bro? We had a huge show with this guy. Go check him out. Brandon Boyce. We got Silver and Blue in the building. So Big James is in the building.
We need to get James on here, man. That's my boy.
Yeah, we're gonna get him on a show coming up. So yeah, we're gonna make that happen. So Moving the Change did say ask something that I felt.
And I saw it.
you did see it, right?
Yeah.
Are you counting on these wins with Double G starting Dalton coming back? So we had a little bit discussion about this off camera, and I think me and Jay Tuck were kind of like surprised that you were leaning towards Dalton.
It's not even a question. Look, it's not even a question. Look, Garrett Gilbert showed up yesterday and showed good poise. You know, that's something that DiNucci just didn't have. That's great. But at the end of the day, he can't make the throws that Dalton can make. And I'm not saying that Dalton is a world beater. I'm saying Dalton didn't. He has like 200 touchdowns.
Yeah,
you're not dealing with somebody that doesn't have experience.
When?
I'll ask you this question. It's simple. You saw the Giants game, right?
Yeah.
You saw the Giants game.
He came out, did what he had to do.
Can Gilbert make that throw?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. But here's the thing,
I didn't see Gilbert throwing the coverage once yesterday.
He threw a strike to it. Was that Cooper right out the gate?
Yeah.
That over the top is not throwing in the coverage. How long y'all been watching football?
But I'm saying
he threw over the top. That's great.
But granted, Andy Dalton threw a strike to Michael Gallup though. But that was a hell of a play by Michael Gallup.
He was heavily covered.
But that was Michael Gallup really making that play.
You talking about the catch when he jumped up in the air and caught it. I'm talking about the strike that he hit him falling out of bounds. That takes incredible accuracy. You remember that throw?
Yeah, against the Giants. Yeah.
Gilbert can't make that throw. No, why? No, he can't make that throw because yesterday when he had the chance to make that throw, he sailed it. Did you watch the game yesterday? He sailed it. He didn't even get close to him. It didn't hit his fingertips.
To me, what I saw from Gilbert yesterday was a lot more confidence and a lot more. He played better in the pocket.
Right.
He rolled out well. He was good under pressure. I don't think Delton is
good. You can't name me 3 throws he made yesterday outside of the wide open throws where you're like, he can stick it in there.
But here's the thing, y'all. So to go back to moving the chains question, if it's going to be Andy Dalton moving forward, then I'm going back to Draft Island, baby.
I'm with you. I'm with you, bro.
I'm going back to Draft Island. If Andy, because I was bummed out when I figured out that Andy Dalton was going to be the starter moving forward. I don't get it. I do not make that move. The only reason Andy Dalton is starting is because he's the quarterback that's been paid by the Dallas Cowboys.
Andy Dalton's first game.
But his first game, but he played 3. He played 3 though. The second game versus
he won us a game. Gilbert's never did that, so give him his notch.
He didn't win.
Gilbert still did amazingly against
you had
7-0.
So you had the Cardinals game, which is a dud, and then you had Washington, which was
who ruined the Cardinals game.
I mean, everybody pretty much.
No. We were in that game until the almost end of the second quarter. Who fumbled twice back to back?
Ezekielelliott.
Like, don't give 21 a pass.
Right.
Andy Dalton didn't fumble back to back and kill the momentum. If you watch the Cardinals game, we were in it. Right. The game was going fine. Zeke fumbles once, they score quick. Then we get the ball back. Zeke fumbles again, and they score again. Now we down 14-0, and all the momentum leaves. But that's not Dalton's fault. Dalton did throw 2 pick sixes. You put the blame on the wrong person. Put the blame on Captain 40 yards a game, Ezekielelliott.
Wait. Moving the Chains has a great question. Okay, CFT, talking about the culture versus tank.
Yeah.
How does GG versus Dalton fit into that? Do you keep GG starting and try to create a long-term backup, or do you play Dalton knowing that he leaves after this season?
Dalton ain't leaving after the season. Because you know why? If Dalton's going to play like y'all think he's going to play, who's going to sign him? He ain't going nowhere. He's going to re-up. You can't talk out both sides of your mouth. If he plays great, then yeah, he does leave. But it serves our purpose.
I don't agree.
I don't agree with starting. He'll be right back.
I don't agree with starting. I think here's what I think is going to happen. And Jay, please chime in right after. I don't mean to cut you off, but I truly believe if Dalton comes out and plays crap, he's going to be on that bench real quick.
But no, I mean, here's the thing, because it's the Dallas Cowboys, and I expected it. Like I said, Gilbert played decent yesterday. The Cowboys are going to put Andy Dalton back in, and when we're watching this game on Thanksgiving, we're going to sit back, dropping F-bombs.
No, Dalton will be back for a Vikings game. We got that before.
I feel like Andy Dalton back there with this offensive line, granted they have played better, man. He's a sitting duck. He doesn't bring anything to our offense. We've seen it. There's nothing.
You act like Garrett Gilbert is Michael
Vick. I'm not saying he's Michael Vick, but he did bring a different dynamic to our offense.
It's the first time that I saw our offense gel since
the very first play was a read option. Andy Dalton doesn't bring that to our offense. Like, there's different things that Gilbert did yesterday that's going to help our offense. To be able to use his legs, be able to get out in coverage. He was striking.
Andy
he played
Dalton
with different confidence.
200 plus touchdowns in his career.
And
Garrett Gilbert has 1.
And he led his team. But he led his team to the number 1 draft pick, and Trevor
He has 199 more touchdowns.
Let's not talk like Andy Dalton is Cam Newton. Like, he's not. Like
199 more touchdowns. You don't think no experience is in there? He just
Cooper Rush had more experience. Where'd that lead him? Like, so it's like what it is. It's like, what have you done for me lately? The past 3 weeks since we saw Andy Dalton, we have saw nothing of what we saw even with Ben DiNucci.
You can't take the Washington game. That's not on Dalton.
Why can't you?
They got his head knocked off, and then he go pick him up off the ground.
What quarter was that? Was that like the third quarter?
Hell no. That was early second.
Was that second quarter? Oh, it was like third. You sure?
I'm positive.
chime in, guys. Chime in the chat. I believe it was third quarter too.
I thought it was like third.
It was definitely second quarter.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think, man. That whole game was a whole blur. But anyway,
because me too. I stopped watching. At one point I just gave up.
I'm just saying, man. I don't think any
knocked off.
So Brandon
and
Boyce
they didn't pick him up off the ground, and that's his fault.
Yeah, it was the third quarter. It was after halftime.
So what happened in the first and second quarter, and then they got.
And Grant, that was Zeke's fumbles. We do understand that, but it's like, man, I just don't see it, man. I feel like if Andy Dalton's the quarterback of this team moving forward, then we can start getting back in the draft mode, man. I feel like this kid actually brought a new dynamic. There's a new spark. We actually got to see the CeeDee Lamb. We ain't seen CeeDee Lamb do that in weeks, this offense was actually moving, man. And besides the stupid fumble or interception that he thrown, which was a hold on Amari Cooper, there was a good possibility we won that game yesterday.
So we're all.
I love Gilbert. I'm not gonna. It's not about saying Gilbert's bad. I'm just saying he's not ready to be. He's not Dalton.
But what gives you the indication that he's not after what we saw yesterday?
Yeah,
he can't throw in the coverage.
But that was against the Pittsburgh Steelers. He played decent.
He played a 7-0 team that supposedly had the best defense.
I got to call it a spade. There was wide open receivers yesterday, and he couldn't hit them.
Andy Dalton had the same issues as well, though. Remember Andy Dalton when he came out and went the bootleg and threw that little duck pass that should have been intercepted?
What about in Arizona when Andy Dalton would have hit CeeDee Lamb, but CeeDee Lamb got tackled by the DB, and then the DB intercepted the ball? That's Dalton's fault? And you know what play I'm talking about.
Right.
Okay.
So that's Dalton's fault when his receiver gets tackled by the dude that intercepts the ball. But Dalton can't get it there.
But the same thing happened to Gilbert yesterday, though. On interception.
The difference, first of all, Gilbert had how many red zone trips yesterday?
How many?
Like 8.
I'm not. Okay, guys, we shouldn't be arguing amongst each other. We gotta
keep it.
I'm not going to lie.
And you know what? This is speak your mind all the time.
Question earlier when she asked the question, is this with GG or Andy Dalton? I was thinking that the Cowboys had a few wins in the system with Gilbert as the quarterback.
Me
We're talking about Andy Dalton now. Then I'm gonna fall back, man. I'm gonna let Cowboys fans talk Rome handle that because I just don't see what Andy Dalton.
I'm telling you, he just can't make the throws. He can't.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Let's put it out there. Andy Dalton comes in 2 quarters into the game. We're losing. He's doing crap. Do you still keep him out there, or do you give GG a chance?
I'm not worried about him doing crap because if you notice that the way we're playing now, when they first brought Dalton in, the balance was still messed up. Yesterday, time of possession and all of the running plays. All they're trying to do right now, the offense is running differently than it ran 3 weeks ago. I don't know if y'all noticed the way we're playing the game is a whole lot of heavy run and play action.
Right.
If we heavy run and play action and receivers are wide open, Andy Dalton can hit them receivers. I don't know why y'all acting like he can't.
Yeah, he can.
I haven't seen it yet.
That's how you help a quarterback that can't. I know you didn't see his head got knocked off, then he got COVID. You can't throw when you on the sideline sick.
All right.
So we're saying really just simplify the game plan for Andy Dalton like you did. But nothing happened though.
We're playing defense and we're playing keep away. That's what we've been doing the last 2 weeks.
Right.
Okay. All right.
And if we do that with Andy Dalton, when he gets a shot, I know he can make the throw. It's not that I'm not here to say, yo, Andy Dalton a world beater. I just think that his accuracy. Don't act like y'all ain't watched that Andy Dalton accuracy thing in the offseason. I think he can throw. I ain't never seen no Garrett Gilbert accuracy tape.
All right. So with that being said,
and I'm a Longhorns fan, so I watched Gilbert at Texas.
With that being said, who knows Zee? If I'm saying it properly, Zyeee. Is that your boy, Mr. Rome?
Zyeee.
So just to let you know, huge shout out to him. He goes, keep this a trio, make CFT a co-host, not a guest.
They just like hearing us argue. That's
yeah. No, but he's got to be a Cowboys fan because here's what he says afterwards. Stephen Jones said Gilbert played great and put them in a position to win. Then he turns around and puts Andy as a Dalton. So what does that tell you? We tanking, bro.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence season, man.
What do y'all think a great backup quarterback is supposed to do? Come in, put you in a position to win. And then when your starter gets healthy, you put him back in.
Did Andy Dalton put us in a position to win?
Did Andy Dalton have a fair shake?
He had 2 games, a game and a half.
Yeah.
That second game with no Zach Martin, he didn't have Zach Martin in that Arizona game either. Remember, that's when he got hurt.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay. All right. So moving on.
Can you give him his best lineman and just see?
All right. Moving on from the quarterback. Okay, so let's move on. So basically, me and J Tuck feel that Double G, whatever GG people are calling him, I don't know what people are calling him today. Gilbert. I'm just gonna say Gilbert. Me and J Tuck feel that Gilbert should have another chance to show what he's been doing, and you're on the Andy Dalton train. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen come 2 weeks when they make the mistake of starting Andy over Gilbert. But that's
when Andy go out there and light it up, I don't want to hear y'all coming back.
Yeah, prove me wrong, man. But if you come out here and lay an egg versus the Vikings, man.
When y'all get bored after this, go ahead and look up some of them Andy Dalton tape and be like, you can make throws.
Back in the day, man.
All right. So I'm going to talk about a topic that J Tuck loves, and I'm not a big topic on it. Let's talk about the defense, because I saw the defense, like we said earlier. Sean Lee was out there, LVE was out there. I really liked what I saw from the defense, and for once I said, maybe Mike Nolan should keep his job. Maybe he's doing something right, and he didn't have the people in the right places. So, do you guys think that our defense is going to continue playing this way, or do you think yesterday was a fluke?
I don't think it got nothing really to do with Nolan. I think it's all about the players that they put in are just playing for pride now. I don't think it's like overly schemed. Nolan just said, I'm going to put y'all in a basic defense, play 2 high safeties, 1 high safety, and just don't let nobody get behind you. I've been watching the corners bail out before they're basically just like, look, I'm not going to let you get. Yesterday we got beat because the corners are afraid to play close.
Yeah, they were like, so I was like, why?
Now, I'm not mad at the strategy, because at least the strategy has kept people from throwing 60-yard touchdowns.
Yeah.
Right.
But eventually, scheme has to come into play.
Right.
Or they're going to do like Big Ben did. I'm going to just throw 5-yard outs all down the field. So Nolan ain't out the woods. Nolan will be this year's fall guy. They're not going to fire McCarthy. Somebody got to take an L. Jerry ain't firing himself.
Right.
And most of the players can't be fired because they got dumbass contracts. So most of them get to keep their job, whether they only person that can be considered getting fired is Jalen.
Yeah.
There's a weird out. There's still some dead money with it. But if Jalen don't pick it up, yeah, he'll probably be gone. But other than that, everyone gets to keep their job. We can't cut I know you say you don't like D-Law. His contract is way too crazy. They can't get rid of him anyway.
Unless somebody wants to pick up his contract.
Zeke ain't going nowhere. His contract crazy too.
Right. Hella crazy.
So we got to hopefully, I want Zeke to go lose 30 pounds. Period. He's running too heavy. He ain't never been Zeke ain't never been like a 4.2 or nothing like that, but he can't get sick. Like he has no burst.
Right.
And Zeke ain't never had a season. I know yesterday he said, I think I'm having a fine season. He lying.
Right.
He know he play. He just don't want to look. I mean, you can't come out as a pro athlete and say, I think I'm playing trash, because then you look like your confidence is shot. Right. He knows damn well that he don't got it. Like I was saying yesterday, he don't got the juice. Pollard is Tupac right now. He don't got the juice.
But the thing is, if you go back to week 1, we did feel like we saw a different Ezekielelliott. So I'm not sure, man, if it's his confidence is shot with those fumbles, man. I agree, but
that's part of it.
Yeah, I feel like it's more of a confidence thing versus his ability. But I feel like what we need to see is more Tony Pollard. I've been saying that since week 1. I feel like we put too much on Zeke and we don't use Zeke in the optimal moments. I feel like yesterday when we got in the red zone, that's when we really should have gave Ezekielelliott the ball and try to use him as a hammer to get those.
But if you look up Zeke highlights, though, he used to hit the hole a lot faster.
Yeah,
right.
He's sluggish right now.
Right.
And I know, me calling him out of shape, that's crazy. But I'm just saying, in real life, just because you got abs don't mean you're in shape like you're supposed to be.
Right.
Like Zeke, he don't look fat or nothing like that.
Right.
But is he in optimal playing shape? He probably lollygagged all all off season, stayed in just good enough shape, thinking that the league won't catch up to him.
Right.
But I hope
he
his
was
pride
all
is
over
hurt.
Twitch playing Call of Duty.
Yeah. So I hope his pride is hurt. I hope he going into this offseason feeling like everybody doubting him. And I hope it make him go harder in this training regimen. Because right now, if he keeps playing like this, they'll cut him with the dead money.
Right.
We can't just keep cutting off our nose to spite our face just like, well, it's Zeke. If he keeps continuing to play trash, don't be surprised if not just Tony Pollard, they pick up another back this offseason as an insurance policy.
You think they'd go that far?
Hell yeah, if you're trying to win a championship at some point, not now, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
You got to look, it's a business. I love Zeke. I want him to get back to form. But 3 yards of carry, he just ain't going to do it. Not at 15. What are you making, 16?
16? Yeah.
So, yeah, but I have the faith because Zeke's biggest asset is his durability. Right. I don't even think Zeke, I think that whole hamstring I don't think it's as bad as everybody. I think they just floated that story out there. I think it's a minor tweak. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But they was hoping that'll get some steam off of Zeke. I don't want to hear it.
Right.
If you that hurt, to sit down. You ain't that hurt. They just he kind of slowed down because his hamstring tweaked. No, he just fat.
Yeah. And I'll say this about Ezekielelliott, man. I know we were going to talk about the defense, but it's like we haven't seen Zeke fully take over a game, man. We sat back and we watched Dalvin Cook, fresh off an injury, come and just dominate. So we've seen what Christian McCaffrey did yesterday, just coming off an injury. So it's like with Zeke, we make a lot of excuses for him, but you don't get those excuses when you get the paycheck. Like you have to figure out and make things happen. So I really don't want to hear about the offensive line because we've seen what Adrian Peterson and all these different great running backs were able to do with limited offensive line, limited quarterbacks.
What's the difference between them? When you a Dallas great, like when you're heralded as one of the greats as far as like present day, not what I'm saying.
Right.
I bet you Zeke can't go around Dallas. He probably doesn't pay for anything. His head is blown up out of proportion.
Could do no wrong.
So he don't have the hunger that other backs do.
Right.
Yeah.
Because over the last 4 years, all he hears is when we mess up as a team before the ultimate scapegoat got hurt.
Yeah.
He never got blamed.
Never.
Like Zeke should have got some blame for that Rams playoff game. He didn't.
He didn't.
Right.
They just let him rock like, it's cool. Zeke didn't play that good in the first in the Green Bay game.
Right.
Whenever we have pivotal games, where was Zeke last year in the Philly game when Dak Soda was messed up?
Right.
Like no. Look, I know no one likes to acknowledge that Dak was hurt. We know Dak was hurt. Like let's keep it funky. Dak was hurt, and it was his throwing shoulder. That should have been the game. Like, all right, this week we going to use Zeke.
Right.
But whenever it's game time, he hasn't produced.
Right.
But this the crazy thing. He don't produce, and then the next day on TV they'll be like, "Well, Zeke's the engine. Well, why the car ain't starting?"
Right. Right. And I feel like it's just Zeke was able to always hide behind Dak Prescott. Like,
because it don't matter.
Yeah.
No matter what happened.
And it's funny because
defense don't show up, Dak should have played safety.
Right.
Philly just mentioned something that I was thinking, and I believe that Philly Notion has a point. Zeke, along with the whole team, checked out when Dak got injured.
No excuse.
That's no excuse,
money.
I get it, and I'm with you guys. But
no, you're probably right. He's right. They probably did check out.
Yeah.
Zeke did.
Get some money back there.
I saw it on Zeke.
Yeah. Right. Because here's the thing. Zeke still shouldn't be paid right now. If the Cowboys were handling their business right, like Zeke should still be on his rookie contract right now.
Look, if Zeke was running like he used to, he could have every cent. I wouldn't care.
Right.
But
can't you say the same thing about Tank?
Tank is balling.
Now.
But Tank earned his money though. You gotta think like Tank was franchise tag. It's a completely different circumstance. There's a reason why running backs have to fight and scratch to get their money because their shelf life is a lot shorter than everybody else in the NFL, man. And we know that with the Dallas Cowboys, man. But he held out, he played hardball, and Cowboys caved, and here we are. So
I've seen Tank cause more sacks for other players than I ever like. Tank is always almost there, and the dude run into the other defender and he get the sack.
Right.
Tank. I'm not taking nothing away from Tank. He actually out there putting in effort. But my last point on Zeke is this: if next season we don't see some type of optimal change in attitude, the most intensity I've seen from Zeke this year is him slapping himself in the helmet, trying to act like he's frustrated.
Right.
That ain't doing nothing for me, dog. Do something on the field.
Right.
Because I see him drop. It's not just that he can't break tackles like he used to. I saw McCaffrey break a tackle yesterday. It's just all mental effort.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel like if we don't see no change out of Zeke, we really might literally need to. I don't know. Like, look, the NFL, like, there's capologists. There's people that are magicians.
Right.
And if Zeke don't make something happen, he'll end up on a team that needs just the star power. Don't think that somebody won't trade for Zeke.
Right.
Just to put a star, because he'll wake up and be a Jaguar and be like,
sell
what
jerseys
happened?
Though. He'll sell jerseys. But that's the thing is, like, we make a lot of excuses for Zeke, man. But as soon as Pollard comes in the game, instant impact. It's just
he's hungry. He won a check.
Yeah, he won.
But Zeke. That's how Zeke was before too, though.
They all do. They all want their check.
They all work until that paycheck comes, and then where's that hard work, right?
And one guy they don't want to pay.
Yeah, the one
we
guy.
ain't gonna start that conversation.
Right.
So listen, let's talk about. There's two people that really stood out for me. Yes, well, there's a lot of people, but Gallimore stood out for me.
Gallimore's gonna be a player.
Right.
And Randy Gregory looked good.
Yeah.
I was not look. Y'all know I never had no. Randy Gregory is one of those unique players that he's a natural born football player.
Right.
He's just good at football.
Right. Him and Alden.
Because Alden's one of those two. Like, you look at him like, I don't even think Randy extra training.
Right.
I think Randy Gregory just naturally good at football.
Right.
I ain't never seen a Randy Gregory training video in my life.
Listen, I saw yesterday when I saw him playing, I'm like, did he leave? Did he ever stop playing?
Yeah, man. Like I said, if you ever play, just sports in general, there's always just that one guy, man. Like, I played basketball and football. Like, I knew one guy, he would eat hot dogs or whatnot before the game and just not care and just show up and get 40. Just like
Gregory
that.
used to smoke a blunt and then just
show up
and ball.
Just show up, yeah. Just get the quarterback. He got spin moves. So Randy Gregory is just
he's just talented,
factor, man.
And you know what though? You know what he got that I like more than everything? He got attitude to him.
Right.
Like the stuff that we was just 3 weeks ago we were complaining about. Do these teams do they care?
Right.
Yesterday when he got the penalty because this is my house. You're not going
to what Juju was
so he smacked the ball out the dude's hand, and then somebody else got mad at him. I think it was Claypool, and he got into it with a player.
Right.
But he got that attitude like, look, I'll take the penalty. And I'm cool with him getting the penalty if it means that you're going to show that, look, you don't just come to Dallas and dance all on the star and do all this extra craziness, because I'm just not going to have it.
Right.
And we look, it's we want to say, well, that's default. Every player's like that. 3 weeks ago, we didn't know who was like that.
Right. We really didn't have it, man. You need those type of guys out there, man, to say like, hell no, that's not going to happen. So I said that after the Washington game, man, like somebody on the defensive side of the ball, offensive side of the ball, there should have been a dirty hit or a scuffle or something like that, man. So
you got to pop it off.
Yeah, you really do. And that's what you need, man. You need those guys out there that's really going to set it off regardless. And I feel like the team.
You remember that? Bring up Emmett. Remember when T.O. did that?
Right.
Or and who else was it? Was it Teague?
Yeah, George Teague, man, protected the star.
It's just like, I think it's mindset. It's like, nah, this is my house. And I don't think that I don't think it was there, but they still grown men. I think hearing over week after week, I'm sure they turn on TV like we do.
Right. Yeah.
They turn on TV like Dallas is soft.
Right.
Yeah. You hear that enough, either you're gonna wake up or you're gonna be cut like Worley and
Poe. Yeah.
Listen, I like what I saw yesterday. Now before we I know, Rome, you didn't have much time today, so before we end it, I just want to get your guys' vision on what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. Because like you said earlier, you said that you don't think that the Dallas Cowboys are going to play bad enough for us to go out there and get a top pick.
It's just not.
We're going to get a good pick, and I agree with you. I think that I think their pride right now, they're saying, there's no way we're not going to win at least 2 or 3 more games. So I'm going to let J Tuck chime in first on this one. Where do you think the Dallas Cowboys are heading with the remaining games that we have? Do you think we have, if we play the way we played last night, do we have a chance to go out there and win the NFC East? That's what I really want to know from you guys.
If we play like we played the last 2 weeks, absolutely. Yeah, I think the NFC East is definitely in reach. Now, are we going to be able to maintain it? Like I said, I feel like with Cheeto coming back and defense getting healthy and getting Neville Gallimore and these type of guys get these type of reps and this confidence boost, I feel like we're able to compete a lot with these teams. Now, it really just depends on the quarterback position. And like you said, if Andy Dalton is really able to, keep this thing afloat, man, just manage the game.
You just got to make play action throws. That's all
make the right throws. So then, yeah, and I feel like if he's able to do that, that will also open up the run game too. So
heavy Tony Pollard, make the play action throw.
Right. Exactly. So if he's able to do that, like I said, I feel confident we can beat the Vikings. I feel confident we can now beat the Washington team. I feel now we can beat the Giants. That's 3 of them things right there. So that's what, 5?
Eagles.
Philly at home. We can beat Philly. And then maybe still one of these games, maybe the Bengals, maybe it's the 49ers. So I feel like we will be in contention. But I mean, we just have to make sure that what we're seeing wasn't just fool's gold these past 2 weeks, man. Because if our defense reverts back to what it was, then just take everything I said and scrap it right. But like I said, I'm proud to see, man, the coaching staff. Like, I've been one of the guys who's been very vocal about Mike McCarthy, man. But I feel like you're starting to see some momentum with him. And you're starting to see these guys kind of rally for him. I feel like yesterday he was fighting, he was arguing with the referees and, about these different calls. Like, that's what I want to see, man, because I feel like Mike McCarthy, if you're not going to be calling plays, you have to be a leader of men. You have to be able to rally this team behind you, man. So I feel like what I'm seeing, we're starting to head in the right trajectory. But I said, like, for me personally, though, man, I mean, granted, we're still in 2020, but I'm excited as hell for next year, man. It's hard to, to try to jump the gun, but if we're able to get this defense under what we've been seeing and they get this momentum, and then you give me my quarterback back next year with Lyle Collins and Tyron Smith, then it's when we start to make that real push to where we thought we were going to be this year, man. It's just my main focus is just keeping everybody healthy that we got left. But some of these guys, man, it's the opportunity to let them get some reps. And like I said, we've all offseason banging on the table. Tyler Biotis, let him play. I think he's going to play.
He's legit.
CeeDee Lamb, Trayvon Diggs, Neville Gallimore. There's still 2 more rookies that I want to see out there, man. I want to see Reggie Robinson active.
Yeah, they got to let Robinson get some
and I want to see Bradley not active, man. I feel like you got to let these guys cut their teeth, man, and really see what you
might
got
as well.
You got to, man. Because, like,
at this point,
like I said, y'all know me. I'm an Xavier Woods enthusiast, man, but I can't be anymore. What does Reggie Robinson actually hurt by putting him back there, man? So at least
I think it's more so mental with Robinson. I think they worried about if he, what I'm saying, if he's going to understand where he needs to be. I think athletic-wise, I think Robinson's probably better than Woods right now.
Right.
I'm off the Woods train. He got to show me. I haven't seen nothing.
Yeah. I'm off that. So I feel like this is where you want to see that kid get some opportunity, man. It's just like with Diggs, man. You got to get beat a few times and think, okay, I can't do
I
that
think
no
Wilson
more.
been playing pretty decent, though.
Yeah, Wilson has been playing a lot better, man. I feel like getting Thompson out of there was a huge adjustment, man. So, yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing as far as the Dallas Cowboys team. So I feel like we're able to actually make a slight run, but I want to hold my hat on it, man. So,
I'll say this. This is why I'll add to your point.
Yeah. So I want, obviously, Mr. Rowe, answer exactly the same question for you. Chime in. Do we have a chance?
Yeah. This is my point.
Right.
Everybody went in the game yesterday thinking we was going to get blown off the face of the earth.
Yep.
Right.
So,
self-included.
If you can watch that game, I did. Everybody did.
Yeah.
You just was like, I'm gonna take what I get. Let's see what happens.
Yep.
So you watch that game. You get, and then this is for all the haters in the chat that's watching or whatever. Let's just be logical. You watch us play the last undefeated team in the league, and they had to play yesterday. Right. We made them play every snap. I'm talking about to the end.
Yep.
Right.
Ben Roethlisberger came out today and said, you know what? I gotta keep it funky. That team plays hard. I don't care what their record is. Right. So if that team shows up, I'm not guaranteeing, obviously at 2-7, you can't guarantee they win, not one win.
Right.
But I can approach every game for the rest of this season and feel like we got a chance.
Yep.
Right.
And I'm saying that even against the Ravens. You know why? Because I didn't watch Pittsburgh play the Ravens tough. And if we can play Pittsburgh tough, that means that game isn't necessarily a blowout neither.
Right.
I feel like if we approach every game like we approach this game, that every game is possible to be a win. There's not no more games on the schedule. After watching us play Pittsburgh, where I was just like, how you kind of mark that up that we're going to get blown off. If we can play them tough, we can play anybody tough.
Yep.
So I hate to cop out and say, I don't know what the schedule is going to be, because the fan in me can say, yo, we about to go on a run. But I ain't going to lie to nobody. Like, I don't know what we're about to do.
Right.
Let's get a win.
Right.
Before you start talking about runs. I ain't going to be crazy. I just think that when we line up against the Vikings, I can go to that game like, I can see that W.
Yeah.
When we line up against Washington, I can see that. Because put it like this, not to be funny, when we play Alex Smith, because Kyle Allen's sitting right next to Dak right now.
Right.
So the quarterback we played the first time is out.
Right.
Alex Smith, I love him to death. Great story. But
Right.
Alex Smith threw 3 interceptions yesterday.
Right.
That game can be had because Alex Smith ain't going nowhere. You talking about a statue.
Right.
He can't go nowhere.
Right.
So, yeah, these next 2 games, we can get wins. But let's go one at a time. Let's focus on the Vikings.
Right.
If we do win 2 games in a row, then you start saying, okay, let's see what we do versus Baltimore. Because then you're starting to feel like, okay, if we win 2 games in a row, and if we play Baltimore tough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you feel good about the rest of the season. Right. You feel good like I said, my new campaign is culture over tanking. Mm. So if we get 2 wins, right, and we're 4-7, I know that sounds horrible, and we're 4-7, you will go into that Baltimore game feeling okay. This is our measuring stick, not measuring stick on if we're gonna make the playoffs, if we're gonna catch Philly. Philly got their own problems. I don't know if y'all seen their schedule.
Right. they're in trouble.
Right, yeah.
They got their own problems. Good luck with that. I know they had a fun week of laughing because they ain't had to play. Right. We get to do that this week. Y'all, good luck with that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as us, if we can get to 4-7, if we can beat the Vikings, take it 1 week at a time, and we can beat Washington, and then I think we got Baltimore after that, right?
Yeah, I think Baltimore.
Yeah. And then we go into Baltimore. We play them tough to where they feel like Pittsburgh did. Mm-hmm. Whether Pittsburgh want to admit it or not, we earn their respect. Juju wasn't dancing when he left the stadium. Right. I bet you he left like, damn, we almost lost.
They were on the bench. He was on the bench at one point. He looked like he was praying. Please, Lord.
So we could just play like that. I'm just worried about the culture of the team.
Yeah.
Because tanking can mess up your mindset.
Yeah.
Because you will go right out of this tank in the next year. Well, we need to tank for another player.
Right.
And now you in like an endless cycle. I don't want I want a great draft pick, sure. But if playing well as a team and your mindset is straight, because look, the Dolphins weren't necessarily tanking last year.
Right.
They played hard all year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Games. And they ended up beating New England and beat New England last game.
But it carried over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at how they're playing now. They just played one hell of a game versus Arizona.
Right.
Because their mindset is we out here to win.
Right.
Deal with the draft pick when you get it. You get a top. If you're not looking for a quarterback, a top 12 pick is a great pick.
Right.
If you're looking for a quarterback, that sucks. We're not looking for a quarterback. I know there's fans out there that swear we are. That's fine. Y'all keep dreaming. We got our quarterback. We're looking for good athletes. And if we fall into where we can get Surtain or Parsons, we good.
Right.
Yeah. I keep going back and forth. Do I want Surtain or I think I want the corner. Yeah. As much as I want Parsons, because I know he's going to be a beast, right. I'm thinking about if we have 2 legitimate corners, and I wouldn't even get rid of a Wouzier.
Right.
I'd keep him.
Right. Get rid of J. Lou or something.
Yeah, so you can have 3 legit corners. Let's have a real defense. Let's not, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
We see what happened when we let corners go, because as much as I hated Byron Jones, I could appreciate having him this year.
Right. Oh yeah.
If possible. But anyway, that's my I guess my answer to your question, man. I think that I just want to see if the culture is going to stay intact, because what it looks like is McCarthy's, as much as we hated on him, something's working. He got to be talking to him.
Whoa, y'all hated on him.
I was there. I was mad at McCarthy because it looks like
I didn't.
It looked like he didn't have the pulse of the team.
Right. That's what I was saying. Like, yeah, I mean, but I feel like my thing with Mike McCarthy is right. How can we from the outside come and say, man, Poe's playing horrible. Poe's playing trash. Everson Griffith's not working out. And you just sit there week after week after week after week, and then finally you're like, damn, Poe, he ain't playing good. We gotta get
rid of this guy. You know why the players like McCarthy though? I'll tell you a good reason. Yesterday, after every bullshit call.
Oh yeah.
You ain't see this.
Yeah.
You saw him flipping out. He was losing it yesterday.
But before yesterday though, he wasn't doing that.
I think that's over though.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was like, where? And that's what I expected, man. Right? Like I said, when we got Mike McCarthy, I expected to be there more of an accountability man, a new toughness with this team, a new attitude. But it was just like, just
where the emotion at? He looked stoic earlier.
Right. Just like,
but yesterday, I know he was cursing. Because I was cursing.
You didn't see, that mask was covering. I'm sure if that mask was off, you would have saw the F-bomb.
Because we was getting cheated. But that's a whole nother, I ain't going to start that conversation.
Yeah.
We know
because
we got cheated.
We're going to be here for another hour. So we did get cheated, and you know what? The images came out because there was a lot of plays that got called on us that they did not get called on Pittsburgh.
Can I ask y'all a quick question though?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That I got a theory on the refs. It's just a theory of mine.
All right.
Listen, refs are humans like we are. Before they started reffing, I'm sure they had a favorite team.
Oh yeah.
These dudes didn't grow up.
Oh yeah.
And unless if you guys are like me, obviously, you wear the star that draws the most hate in the world. So if you know how the league works, if you're not a Dallas fan, you act like Dallas is your most hated team. Like you could be a Dolphins fan. You hate Dallas like me in your division.
Right.
Every team does it. It's not a team in this league that's not, if you're not a Dallas fan, you hate us.
Right.
So if the majority of the, let's just say every ref in the league, let's just say 5% grew up Dallas fans, right? That means 95% of the refs grew up another team's fan. You ain't going to tell me that when they get a chance to snatch the victory away from us, that they don't do it.
Right.
I know that there's on the low hate. I know the refs hate us. I've seen like last year. Remember that tripping call in the Patriots game?
Right.
I said I'm gonna wait and see for the rest of my life if I ever see. I've never seen that called before. Right. I ain't never gonna see it called again. They be tripping. I be seeing Amari Cooper got tackled yesterday in the end zone and they didn't throw nothing.
Right. Nothing, man.
Like, and I know.
I think the whole country on that call was like, okay, the flag came out. That's for Cooper. That's
Did you hear the announcer?
Right.
Yeah. He was like, Tony, what you think? Tony was like, that's wild. Like they didn't even know what to say. So, and I know that, look, the Dallas hater would be like, stop complaining. I feel you. But you got to be blind and be like, that ain't I saw Tom Brady get chopped in his face yesterday during the highlights, like chopped dead in his neck. They ain't called nothing.
Right.
Jalen Smith brushed past Ben Roethlisberger's helmet, and they're like, oh, no.
Right.
He was falling. But if you look at the replay,
it's always in a pivotal moment of the game, though, too. That's the hard part about it.
Yeah. Claypool fell down 5 yards you got to touch the receiver.
Right.
At 5.5 yards, he touched Claypool's hip. Claypool falls down. They throw the flag for obstructing his. Like I'm telling you, if you give them, Dallas has to almost play. I wish we had Belichick because our coach needs to say, hey, look, man, we're playing against the refs too. You can't make a mistake.
Yeah.
Right. We don't have that luxury.
Right.
But that's my theory, man. I feel like the refs are fans of other teams when they was growing up, and they love to snatch the games away from us. The only ref I seen that ever went for us was that in that Raiders game when he broke that card out.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen that.
Yeah.
So I'll take that.
Yeah.
When he broke out that index card, I was like, oh, he must be a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, Cowboys fan. That's me out there reffing, man. Hold on, bro. Let me get my card.
So whoever that was, that's the one Cowboys fan in the league.
Everybody else, forget it.
Because if you go back to the Gallup offensive pass interference, man, it's just always something, man.
Always.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, man. I saw not Fitzgerald. D-Hop pushed the corner like way the other, like it was about 3 weeks ago to score on a fade. They ain't called nothing. Gallup got his arm barred and just tried to get it out, and they're like, "Oh nah."
Because even the Van Der Esch call, man, was completely trash.
Yeah, that
was.
was.
You had his face, man, and it's just like it is what it is.
We can't win. Van Der Esch has to let the dude punch him in the eye,
right,
and just go ahead and get back in the huddle.
Yeah,
right.
The only thing I was happy about is that LVE penalty. I'm glad that he didn't have his fist closed because I think.
But look at it. It's the attitude. Like you mad at that? It's a bad time for that play.
Yeah.
But when they in meetings tomorrow,
right, you congratulate.
You're not gonna be like, no, you got to show some attitude because football is still a man's. It's a barbaric sport. Right. You can't let the man that you're trying to tackle disrespect you on the get up, because he feel like he got you. So I don't care what the other dudes say that they threw the flag, but Van Der Esch was just letting you know, hey man, ain't none of that gonna be happening, or I'm gonna punch you in your.
yeah, exactly.
Like, it just is what it is. I respected it.
Yeah,
me too.
So I'm with you on you guys.
Actually, that's one of the few things I was like, okay, man, we showing some fight, man. When I saw like Randy Gregg, I'm like, this is what I've been asking for, man. Like, show me that. I
just want Jalen to stop swiping. He just
there was a one play, bro. I saw, and Jalen didn't even make the tackle, man. Someone else made the tackle. He was out there just swiping,
just getting a huddle. Like, why do he got to swipe after every?
Oh, like you wasn't nowhere even near the tackle.
That's got to be tiring. Just swipe when we win.
Right.
Yeah.
I used to like the swipe too, but it's over.
Jalen Smith is like when you play Madden, man. Every tackle, man, you got to press the right.
Him and Zeke.
Right,
look, Zeke run for 4 yards. He get up doing this. No, get in the huddle.
Yeah. I want to see some end zone dances.
Zeke shouldn't be allowed to do this until he run for 30 yards straight.
Go back to what Sid was talking about this season, man. That's the one thing. I mean, if Zeke is able to actually figure this thing out, maybe we can get this ball rolling, man. But as of right now, man, I think we need to see a lot more Tony Pollard, man.
What's our record?
We don't need to say it. We know it.
No. What's our record at the end of this season?
Oh.
I'll let you go, Sid. I don't know, man. I just don't know what this team.
Yeah,
is. I feel like
I can't. Like, there's too many games that are up in the air for me right now. And before I even answer, and we're gonna come back, guys. I'm gonna have you guys back on the show.
We get to 5.
I think it's 7.
What'd you say? What? Repeat both of you guys. I didn't hear.
7 and 9.
You say 7 and 9. What'd you say, Jay?
I feel like we get to 5 wins, man.
5?
I feel like we get 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I can see that.
Yeah. So, all right. With that being said, I'm just gonna chime in. I just believe that, and I don't want to take up too much more of your time, Mr. Rome. I appreciate it. Tell the wife
man.
I appreciate
you
it.
having me on.
But I will say, if the Dallas play the way they played last night for the remainder of the season, I think we have a chance to go out there and win the NFC East. I'm not saying we're gonna go win the Super Bowl. I ain't going that far. I ain't going that far. But if they continue playing the way that they played yesterday, and I believe that they need to play double G over Andy Dalton. This is my opinion. I'm speaking my mind, bro. Speak your mind all the time. I'm speaking it. I believe that the Dallas Cowboys.
But they are saying that Dak's kind of ahead of schedule with his recovery, man. So
I did see that.
January, February,
hey,
you know.
Hey, look, if Dak could come back, no. It's business. Dak ain't putting that ankle on the field because he got some money in his account.
Yeah, for sure.
Dak could be healthy right now. Nah, I'm gonna just go and hold it down.
I'm chilling.
I'm with you, guys. Before we chime out, please, huge shout out to everybody who's in the chat. Philly Notion, Eastside Harold kept throwing comments. I just ignored them.
Acknowledge Harold.
Yeah, I ignore. Thanks for definitely tuning in. Everybody who jumped in the chat, thank you so much. Jay Tuck, let the fans know where to find you, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, appreciate everyone in the chat, man. Appreciate you for having me on, Sid. You know how we rock, man. So yeah, Cowboys fans only on YouTube. Go ahead, comment, like, subscribe. Make sure y'all share it on that notification bell. Also, you can go to cowboysfansonly.com. We got the hoodies, man. We got a lot of gear, man. Shouts out to my guy Mo, man. He actually won one of the hoodies the other day. So we do free giveaways, a lot of that on the show, man. So stay tuned for that. And then also on Twitter at JTuck151. I appreciate all y'all rocking through me through this political climate, man. Y'all still rocking with me. So we still moving strong, man. And also follow me on the Fan to Fan Sports Network. I do a pregame show every Sunday morning with a lot of content creators around the NFL, man. So it's a lot of fun. Kind of got bullied a little bit against the Steelers guy, but I need to really hit them back up, man, because it didn't go as we thought, man. So it's just fun, man. So I appreciate just talking Cowboys football with all fans across the NFL, man. And we'll see what's going to happen for the rest of the season.
Yeah, man. Mr. Rome, let them know where to find you, man.
What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Rome. Look, you can find me at Cowboys Fan Talk on YouTube, Cowboys_Fan Talk on Twitter. I also got Cowboys Fan Talk on IG. If you need to find me, DM me or something like that, you want to link up. I am new to this still. Only 5 months in the game. Just trying to make my mark. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, the only thing I got to say is, look, if the team keeps showing fight, I can live with that.
Right.
I'm good. The team show fight, and we don't win no more games. I'm good with that.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you, man. Man, it's your boy Sid, man. Definitely check me out. Sid DC for life on my Twitter. My YouTube channel is Dallas Cowboys for life. Guys, we're gonna run this again. We have a bye week next week. I don't know if you guys are good with it, but I want to link up with you guys before our next game. Have a good hour chat. I'm going to have people calling in. We're going to set up a phone line, and I want people to pick our minds, man. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let's keep it in the loop. It's your boy, Sid, and I'm out.
Peace out.